с вами Крейзи Хамстер. Мы продолжаем проходить ремейк первой части квеста «Сломанный меч». В прошлый раз мы с вами добрались до площади Монфасон, где уже некоторые изменения нас ожидали. В частности, здесь появился клоун, развлекающий публику. И это значит, что для нас есть работка. Пойдемте попробуем поговорить с клоуном. Прежде всего.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe and the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
Сейчас позорится.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be? A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
Сейчас с офицером побеседуем.
Excuse me, officer.
Ну так, мы об этом уже спрашивали.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the
Так это
traffic.
было.
Which one?
Yeah, but
And
Это тем более. Угу.
I'll see you around.
oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Ну, значит, в этой части нам офицер не поможет, собственно, разобраться с тем, что делать. Но мы сами знаем, что нам делать. Конечно же, надеть нос.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
Чего?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow, you're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Ну-ка еще раз.
Look, a red...
No.
For a moment, but felt...
Так,
Catch you later.
подождите-ка.
Au revoir, monsieur.
А на себя сможем?
I had no desire to talk to the crowd. There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
Толпа, конечно, 5 человек, это тоже толпа. Чуть непонятно.
Hello again.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No. Although you juggle like one. Now, If I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Вот, ну все правильно. Говорит, собственно.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur, I'll be there.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Что, кстати, очень даже удивительно, потому что в прошлый раз он сидел и не было никакого жонглера. А этот, тем не менее, сидел без развлечения, а теперь ему развлечений захотелось. Ну что ж, бывает. А мы можем залезть в канализацию. Ох, как тут красиво сделано.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Ну, обломки, Джордж. Мы туда можем пройти? Офигеть. Раньше, по-моему, не могли. Ух ты. Смотрите-ка, неожиданно. Здесь такого не было раньше.
The door was a handsome piece of work.
Классно.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked. There.
Что?
The door was locked. The door.
Что он сказал это?
The door was locked.
Углубление
The
какое-то?
door. The door was locked. Rats! It's locked. The door.
Я что туда? Кристалл? Не, все тоже здесь по-другому. Ладно. Ну что здесь по-другому нужно делать, я так понимаю. Здесь у нас что?
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. On the boat was a winching machine. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
То же самое, да?
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Послушаем, давайте.
It was time for some brutal destruction. Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Вдруг. Мне интересно, то есть, надеюсь, мы все видели в оригинальной части, а вот то этой стильной двери в оригинальной части не было, да? Уже интересно. Он сам даже не нужно говорить, что делать. Интересно, конечно, как она сдвинулась.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results. Not petty bickering. Not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world.
Wow.
Смотрите-ка, вот раз они сразу, я смотрю, уплыли. То есть нас здесь не подставили, и мы вроде бы не можем погибнуть. И еще, знаете, вот эти вот картинки по краям экрана, которые показывают увеличенные изображения лиц персонажей, пошли на пользу хомяку, потому что ваш тупой и невнимательный хомяк, который часто из этого и страдает из-за своей невнимательности, только сейчас до него доперло, что это же Нобелевский лауреат. Вот, то есть, когда они были маленькие, как-то мне не доходило. Я сейчас смотрю, что это же Нобелевский лауреат. Черт его возьми. Так что, вот для чего он там, собственно, был нужен и почему он там сидел. Он как бы один из участников всех этих событий. Ну, теперь хотя бы понятно. Я понимаю, что вы, наверное, давно уже об этом догадались и думаете, что хомяк очень тупой. Так вот, вы правы, да? Он действительно тупой и невнимательный. Ну. И всем сообразительность дана. Нам, хомякам, не дана.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Все, они ушли. Мы можем спускаться вниз. Мне эта дверь, конечно, теперь интересует.
The water seemed to belong to an underground river or something. It was way too deep to belong to the catacombs.
Чё?
No way was I going out there without a boat.
Ага.
No way was I... I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Ну, понятно. Треног.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Интересно.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant. Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Так, ну мы знаем, куда нам отправляться. Меня не смущает та дверь, которая была в канализации. Почему нам не удалось туда, собственно, войти. Но возможно, мы же скорее еще вернемся. Возможно, в будущем у нас будет такая возможность зайти в ту дверь. Не зря же она там дана, и я думаю, что без этого мы, собственно, не сможем дальше продвинуться. А сейчас, очевидно, мы можем... Да. Сейчас, собственно, мы должны отправляться в Сирию! Здорово! Разве нет? Смотрите, нам даже не дают вариантов, нас сразу отправляют в Сирию. Ну что, едем? Это очень интересно. Мари. А вот мы и в Сирии! Ну что, беседуем со всеми, как обычно.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Worcester. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore?
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you?
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on this stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a future is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
Never mind.
Тут главное, мальчик такой позитивный нарисован, а там такая злюка стоит, смотрите, сердитая. Как-то не соответствует.
Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Давайте спросим.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
И про спички.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
So long, Nijo.
Poodle peep, sir.
Так, что у нас тут? Котяра. Но котяра нам пока не нужен, наверное.
The cat was an ugly brute who looked like he owned the joint.
Так, ладно, с этим будем потом разбираться. Пойдемте с туристом. Кстати, а что он написал? Что-то интересное? Прибыл в Мариб, теперь мне нужно поскорее узнать, что произошло с Клаузнером или с Линдзой, который он якобы нашел. Так, ничего интересного. Туристы.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy, I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobart.
О, как много вопросов, вы посмотрите.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens. Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them door stands.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera? Kinda lax to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio. Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite some.
Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Так, про фотку.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Так, ладно, фиг с тобой.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Смотрите, а этого-то нету. Продавца здесь раньше продавец стоял. Все, не стоит.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
А где продавец? Нет продавца. Так, не ходи. А, поздно уже.
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
Куда
The
продавца дели?
stand had kebabs dangling from the canopy. As a marketing device, it lacked something. In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Moscow.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Moscow.
Так, ну
The
кебаб
stand was
нужен.
hawking ancient machine parts.
Побеседуем. Эрл.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
I've been talking to your husband, Dwayne.
Oh.
Yeah, he tells me that he runs a greeting card company and you write the poems that go in them.
Oh, yes, indeed. I consider myself the artiste of the family. Tell me, George, would you like to hear one of my poems?
Давай.
Yes, go on then.
Okay then, darling, here we go. Our sympathy upon this time, when your heart doth break.
I like the dog.
Classy, isn't it? We know the grief that must entail when your schnauzer gets bitten by a snake. Ah, it still touches me. What do you think, George?
It's very specific, isn't it?
You think so? We sell a lot of those, dear.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines in Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nejo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot.
Так.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Здесь нельзя пройти, как раньше. Но, собственно, в этом не было никакого смысла. Непонятное было такое дополнение. Теперь нам нужно подняться наверх.
Muruba! Hello, sir!
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah! Give to me! Give to me! Alamut!
Ковер, да, изображение царства на спичках.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Главное, здесь он улыбался, а на картинке был суровым.
The club manager's bonhomie seemed forced. Looking at the place, I could understand that. I hadn't felt a need to spit since I was 12. The outside of the ornate spittoon was beautiful. The inside wasn't.
Попробуем зайти в туалет.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it.
Чувак, что там написано? Расскажи нам.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Ой, сколько можно вопросов ему задать.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English, and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable.
Аншлаг, отлично. Я это, кривое зеркало сказал. Перевод суперский.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheer up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon, whatever that is.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes, come back, it been stolen, not even out of wrapper. He damn cross, lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Ну да, говорит, если читаешь, что у него языка нет.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions.
Так.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Пока не будем. Хотя, он же скажет, что денег надо давать.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head... 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's bucks or zip, or unfortunate American.
Здесь, конечно, всегда так интересно, что мы разъезжаем по странам, то есть, извините, летаем на самолете, и при этом у нас нету $50. То есть Джордж с пустым кошельком путешествует. Забавно. Все равно какие-то деньги у него должны быть, в конце концов, на билеты же у него деньги есть. И заметьте, наш ассасин, в общем, убийца, он предполагает, что мы должны быть здесь первые. Видимо, он считает, что мы умнее, чем мы есть, потому что мы только через сутки сюда прибыли. Долго думали, видимо. И тем не менее, даже несмотря на то, что он первый отправился на эту гору, и Клаузнер, и Джордж приезжают позже, и его там нету, то есть он не попал внутрь. Возможно, он не может попасть из-за того, что у него чего-то не хватает. Ладно, будем разбираться.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Ну, Понятно, что разбираться... В общем, сложно сказать разбираться, если учитывать, что мы знаем примерно, что делать, потому что мы с вами уже прошли оригинальную часть. Ну или, по крайней мере, не мы с вами, но хомяк точно.
The carpet seller had an impressive collection of wares. If I had the time and the money, I might have bought a couple of rugs. The carpet seller looked craftier than the offspring of a fox and an insurance agent.
Вид, конечно, жуткий. Так, спускаемся.
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. Close up,
Кебабы были. А что он сказал?
Close up, I could see flies love kebabs. Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush. The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand.
Ну, украсть не получится, это понятно. Давайте попробуем поговорить с мальчиком.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Ой, сколько смотрите можем. Вопросов задать.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
Какой замечательный мальчик. Действительно, прелесть просто.
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
What have you got?
Сейчас поговорим, потом предложим ему мячик.
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Utar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my...
Yes?
...collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
Sir, for such a marvelous thing, I would gladly help you.
I thought merchants were supposed to be wily and never reveal what they really want.
Bah! I say to mercantile greed, I have the soul of the aesthete, and I desire that red bouncy thing beyond reason. Do you understand?
Not really. If I give you the...
I've already told you. I'll help you if you give me the ball. What's it to be?
Да, пожалуйста.
All right, here you go.
Thank you, sir. People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il-ach il-kalb.
Il-ach il-kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
Так, ну...
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Так, ну что, он нас послал к шашлычнику. Ну, а мы с вами туда отправимся уже в следующей части, потому что нам там придется не сладко. И еще куча дел у нас в деревне, так что продолжаем мы уже в следующий раз. До встречи и пока!